so the new Dainsleif quest finally got out. And in today's video, as you can read by the title, I will go through the story. And just so I don't waste any more of your time, let's get right into the video, shall we? So this story starts up by us as the traveler with Paimon going to Catherine, where we received a commission to find the missing person that apparently none of the other adventurers were able to find him. Nobody even remembered his name, but we knew that he was from Vimara village, so we as traveler decided to go to this village. In there we asked about the missing person, trying to get as much details as possible about him, even asking the chief of Vimara village for this information. Eventually we as traveler came to this conclusion that the guy is only in people's memories, but doesn't actually exist. Then some woman by the name of Atossa approached us and brings us to the tree, telling us on how they always hanged out there. Then suddenly the Abyss Order appeared in front of us, and so we fight it off. After this we finally meet with Dainsleif after 1 year, who was also investigating on why was Abyss Order involved in here. He then reveals to us the names of 5 sinners of Conria, one of them being his older brother. Another ones were Albedo's creator and Skirk's master, who is also a master of child. He also told us about the Loom of Fate and that it's getting closer and closer to its completion, yet that it also might be connected to ley lines. After all of this useful information, Dainsleif decided to help us out on the investigation of this missing person, as it is related to ley lines, since ley lines are connected to memories and that person is only seen in their memories. The next morning we found out that Dainsleif saw the memories of the missing person, and we suspected that he has something to do with the Abyss Order. Then we decided to go to the place where the Field Tiller's eye is hidden, and in case you don't know, Field Tiller is the first ever ruin guard that was ever created in the world of Teyvat. Eventually we realized that the place we visited was a trap and that the Abyss Order just lured us in here. Not to mention that something kept bothering Dane. He then ordered us to return back to Vimara village in order to hopefully now find the missing person. As we as traveler went away, Dainsleif met up with our sibling and they decided to battle. Then, at Vimara village, we as traveler with Paimon asked about the missing person, and simply nobody knew what we were talking about, even the chief of the village. Then we eventually realized that we are in someone else's memory, and after giving it a bit more thought, we realized that we are inside Atossa's memory. Then we head towards Atossa and there finally found this mysterious missing person who was none other than Caribert, but this time in his human form. Then Caribert brings us to his consciousness, and in there he told us that he is actually dead, and also that the Loom of Fate is actually already completed. He also explained to us that he gave Dainsleif a false memory, making him think that he gave us the eye of the first Field Tiller, which explains what was bothering him before. Dainsleif had the eye hidden in his body in order to give us the eye and accomplish his goals by luring the Abyss Order to the wrong location, but Caribert prevented him from doing this. With that, Caribert completed his goal and then decided to fade away, and just as he did, our sibling appeared. We had a short talk and our sibling told us that heavenly principles still haven't woke up ever since the cataclysm happened back in Conria 500 years ago. Then entire Caribert's consciousness was starting to collapse, and so we said our final goodbye to our sibling before going back to our own separate ways once again. After we woke up back into reality, we had forgotten a meeting with our sibling, basically only the stuff that had happened after Caribert faded away. Dainsleif also came to check on us, so he was also fine, even though he was injured with a bunch of things being on his mind. Villagers also now remembered the missing person, and we also decided to check up on Atossa, who just wants to see Caribert again. The story then ends by reaching in our pockets and taking a look at the sweet photo that apparently Caribert in some mysterious way took it, and the fact that it has not vanished in the collapse makes it even more confusing. Now of course this is a Dainsleif quest, so of course it's a godly quest, but personally this is my new favorite quest in the game. Seriously, this quest is better than the previous Dainsleif quest where we met Kaya in the bar and then entered our sibling's memory and found the Abyss Founder, and even better than the Wanderer's quest on when he attempted to erase himself from the history. In this one a lot of things have happened, not to mention that we got lots of answers this time as well, so definitely an 10 out of 10 quest, if not 11. But now in this quest we dealt with Caribert, and now as he vanished with an accomplished goal, it's safe to say that this will be it for Caribert, and now we will probably finally soon move to the current generation of the Albrecht clan, a descendant of the Abyss Order, who is none other than Kaya. In the end there are still other characters from Conria and Abyss to explore, and we must not forget about the 5 sinners from Conria as well. Now that a Loom of Fate was completed, I really look forward to see on what our sibling will try to do next, and also what will happen if Heavenly Principles wakes up. Dainsleif also had a lot on his mind. He could probably be confused as to what happened as he received fake memories, or maybe the fact that we were inside the memory and then got back into reality. Either way, we will now have to wait another year in order to get more answers, and of course meet up with Dainsleif once again. Overall, I would say that this quest was worth all the wait, seeing how good it is. I mean, of course it's a Dainsleif quest, but it is actually even better than I thought it would be. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something new about Genshin lore, and if want to learn about more Genshin lore, then click on this video. Though I must thank you for paying attention to this video, and I will see you all soon in my next video.